Yeah, that wasn't me. Hey yo, I'm Resonus, and I'm a VTuber, which means I'm a dude with an avatar who plays games for other people on the internet to watch. I have absolutely no clue what the Venn diagram looks like for people who snowboard and people who watch VTubers, so that's kinda why I'm explaining this to you. For some reason, I made a themed week for playing a bunch of skateboarding games on stream. It included a special event of skateboarding in real life. I know snowboarding isn't really skateboarding, but if you kinda just imagine some wheels under the board, maybe some Superman by Goldfinger in the background, I think it kinda works out. I've never actually gone snowboarding even once in my life before, but YouTube's been showing me clips of Ryan Purvis just having a good time doing silly tricks in the park, and it's really been making me think, damn, I wanna go do that. So now I am. I traveled on over to the closest ski resort you can find out in the middle of nowhere, and prepared my heart for the challenges and excitement that await. I brought my dad along because A, I wanted to borrow his GoPro, and B, he wanted to tag along. And who am I to say no to hanging out with my dad? He did, however, have to buy his very first senior citizen ticket to get into the resort, so for the remainder of this video, I'll be referring to him as Gramps. The guy who gave me my rental snowboard could smell the new blood in me, recommended taking lessons. So yeah, that's what I did. We had an hour to kill before it started, so Gramps and I put on our gear and just tried to see if we could get moving without falling. We prepped on the bunny hill, started the descent, and I went down. Oh, and look at him. Oh, he's turning. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Did this a couple more times before it was lesson time. Met up with my instructor, which I do not remember his name for the life of me, but we're gonna call him Tutor Tim. And he asked me, how good are you at snowboarding? To which I told him the truth. But yeah, I'm kind of the best snowboarder in the whole world. And so he started teaching me how to actually turn on a snowboard. We started with the toe turn, and then the heel turn. Then we did some traversing, starting with the toe, and then the heel. Then we even busted out the heel toe. Tutor Tim was gassing me up, saying I was doing only what 1 in 50 of his 2Ds can do. So he wanted to try and take me down Broadway. And at the time I was thinking, hell yeah, that's a part of the advanced lessons. I just saved $10. I can use this to buy my own snowboard. But little did I know, he was preparing to crush my spirits forever. First, we got on the lift. This part felt sort of sketch, but it was actually pretty chill. You just sit down, feel like your foot's about to get ripped off, because apparently the snowboards are actually kind of heavy. Getting off at the top was a bit scary too, because if I didn't immediately turn, apparently I was putting people in danger or something. Once we were at the top, I realized we might have got in over our heads here. Now see, the bunny hill had a slope that looked like this. Broadway had a slope that looked like this. I can only imagine the double black diamonds looked a little something like this. We started working our way down the slope, trying out the falling leaf technique. But the only thing that was falling was this idiot. No, seriously, I fell like 30 times. It was tragic. It was awful. I was in pain. I was scared. I wanted my mom to drive me home. But the only thing I could do was continue to go down the mountain. It really wasn't that bad, I guess. We survived. But I would never go back to that terrifying beast of a hill again. Unless... Then, we got dinner. I'm really bad at taking photos of food, so here's my meal after it's been entirely eaten. Just imagine a real smushed, cheap cheeseburger, some pretty banging crinkle cut fries, and like 10 more pieces of chicken there. With a stomach full of food and freshly rehydrated, we trekked back out onto the slopes. This time, with the GoPro on. There was a newfound sort of shame I had, being an obvious beginner with the pro sports action camera mounted on my noggin, but I guess I stream as an anime boy on the internet, so maybe I should kind of be used to being an embarrassment. Also, you have to forgive me about the footage. I didn't realize this thing should have been pointed down, so you can kind of see the radical things I'm doing on this board. But I got some cool shots of Graham, so it worked out, I guess. We decided to head on over to this beginner terrain part, so we could bust out some sick tricks. First run was just to scope things out. Had some hills, a bar, some boxes to work with here. Round 2, we tackled the hills. You'll notice I didn't have enough speed and had to give myself a really cool push to not fall back. I imagine the pros do that too. Round 3, same thing, but this time Graham slid to a real cool stop and he wanted to share this one. 1 like equals 1 I tell my dad he's cool. Round 4, we were so beyond stoked, so confident in our skills, we knew it was time to tackle the boxes. Gramps went first, knowing full well he hadn't fallen even a single time in the whole— oh, there it goes. He took a real long time to get up too. I honestly thought he wasn't gonna make it. It was finally my turn. I'll let the video speak for itself. Fuck yeah. So yeah, now that I knew I was the best in the whole park, I wanted to run it back. Prove I'm not all talk. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. With that, I was sort of done, aka terrified of the terrain part, so I wanted to go back to working on my turns. The little hill right by the carpet looked nice to practice on, but I decided to go down it. Nope, not quite. No, didn't make the turn. Yeah, I think I'm done. It's too hard. I'm not built for this. However, before I called it for the night, there was one more thing I wanted to tackle. One more beast I wanted to overcome to prove I belong on these slopes. That I can shred with the best of them. Skis! Yeah, these things are weird. Gramps just telling me to make it the pizza, and I was all jarbled up and couldn't go anywhere. These shin guards were more like shin knives. I'm not a fan. I'm gonna stick to snowboarding. And then we went home. It was genuinely a lot of fun trying snowboarding out for the first time. Felt pretty free to just coast around. The vibe was cool. People were all very nice and helpful. I only looked a bit like a dingus, but I can definitely get on board. Chasing that adrenaline of speeding down the mountain or performing some sit tricks. So yeah, I hope I can make it back sometime. If you enjoyed this video, maybe click those funny buttons down below. I hope to see you around.